Alright guys, we're back with another Dayz tutorial. This one's just about organising your Dayz server files out with the spawn objects. So currently, if you've seen the first and second, probably even the third video on like the Dayz offline mode and how you go about spawning objects into your server, you'll see, you're adding a massive list. So we've got them here, a massive list of objects into your server. I mean, well, that's if you place a lot of objects down, which some people do, some people don't. But I've got a massive list of objects. And it stops there. Now, this list was bigger, but I've already removed 3 locations. Northeast, Balota and VMC. I've already moved them to a separate file, so they're not in this list. And I'm going to show you how you do it. I'm going to show you how you can make your init file shorter, put it back to sort of almost like default style, and yeah, just make your server files a little bit more organised. I think hopefully, your server might run a bit smoother. I don't know, I've not really tested it, but it just makes your server files a lot cleaner, organised, and just better to work with. So, what we're going to do, I'll do these eventually, but let's do one with actually it's got like objects and stuff. So, let's do Balota airfield. So, if you've already got objects into your init file, you need to copy them. If you're doing this new from the offline mode and you want to do this from the very start, then when you save the objects in offline mode and you then paste them into like Notepad, like we did in the first video. So go back and check the first video and even the second video, guys, because both of them may help you here. But if you're doing it that way, you need to get the objects. As long as you've got the objects, you need to copy them. So, oh god. Alright, so this is just all Balota. So we're going to work from Balota airfield. Yeah, right. So all that, there's not much here because I haven't added much in, but I do need to redo Balota. So what you need to do is you need to copy the objects. You could copy that if you want to. It doesn't matter. It's going to be removed. Once you've copied it, just go back, cancel, however your server's set up, and go back to your dayzOffline.chernarusplus root file where your init is located and all these files, all your XML files. If you're doing the Livonia map, so I think it's like epoch, npoc or whatever it's called. I forgot the file's called for Livonia. I think it's like npoc or something. You obviously need to make sure you change the name file, and I will show you that too. But what you need to do is you need to create a .c file. And I've already done 3. I've done at the bottom here, so I'm moving really quickly. I've got a vmc.c, a northeast airfield.c, and at the top, Balota coast military.c. Now we're just going to do a Balota military. So this one is the stuff that's on the coast of Balota. We're actually going to do Balota airfield itself. So we need to create a new file. And what we do is, depending on how your server's set up, if it's a DEDI or if it's a different host, it'll work differently. Or if you use like an FTP program, I'm just going to do it straight from the my control panel. So I'm going to call this Balota field. But I want to make sure I spelled it right as well. Balota. I mean, it doesn't matter if this is wrong. Just whatever this is spelt like, when you do the file extensions, it needs to match. So, Balota airfield .c. I don't know if you just heard anything, but my headset went off. Right, turn that back on. Right, so Balota airfield .c. That's the file extension here. It needs to be a .c. Okay. Right, and then the objects, this is why I went to the init first, because it's a little bit easier for me. How I work it is you would paste in the objects and go to the top. You're not finished here yet. Go to the top. Put 2 spaces a minute. Across here, you would need to type void, then the name of the file, so Balota airfield, Now, I don't need to do .c because .c is the file like extension. This is just the file name. So the file name is below airfield. So, spell it case sensitive. You have done it. Below to airfield. Just making sure I spell it correctly. Below airfield. Yep. So make sure you spell it correctly. Then you need to do the open and close, or close and open brackets like that. And then down here you need to do the it's like the squiggly brackets. So it's not quite the curved like C sort of brackets. This is more like I don't know, just like a sort of squiggly bracket. I don't know what you call them. Put open one at the top and I'll do the right one. The closed one at the bottom. So that's all in brackets. Void below airfield with the curved brackets at the end. Save it. Once that's saved, go back into your Init. You could do this in any order you want, whichever's easier for you. But if you follow along this way, it's nice and simple. Now you need this line. So, and I'm just going to copy this file name, but I'll change it. This line I will put in the description too, and then you just need to change your file name. So once I copy that, I would paste. So it looks like that. Now I just need to change this to match the file name. So again, below and case sensitive. Below airfield. Yep, that's right. Below airfield.c, because we're linking the file extension. We're linking to where it's reading it from, so it needs to read from the file that you've called it. So that's below airfield.c. Then we need to scroll down to the bottom of these objects. If you haven't got all these objects, if it's a fresh one, just find, because I know it works, just find where you've got date reset after economy in it, and then just paste it over here. Now, the current objects at the minute, these are in these funny brackets. There's a closed one here and there's an open one at the top. Once I remove all them, these brackets will go because I don't need them. But what I need to do, under this, I need to type again the file name. Below to airfield. And it's just below airfield. Again, not the .c because it's not the file extension. Just the name of the file. Sorry, you can hear the chair squeak. My chair is really squeaky. Then with the open and closed, like C brackets with, I think it's called a semicolon. But this little colon marker thing, comma thing, whatever you call it, with a dot on top. Put that there, so it's above date reset. Right, then what I need to do is this is below, so I need to find my below files, and I'm going to delete this. Delete that from my Init, just bunch these up a little bit. So yeah, that is now not there. So you'll see this works as well when we get into game. I've got to wait 10 minutes till I can actually show you, because the server's restarting in 10 minutes and I've got players online. But we can save it all and get it all ready. So yeah, it's all gone from there. I don't have, what is this one anyway? Go up. Squiggly bridge. Okay, so once you've done that, just make sure you've removed the objects from there, because the objects are now in the other file. And like I said, I'll show you it works, because if it didn't work, it wouldn't spawn the objects because they're now not in this file. So it's clearly working and reading from the other .c file that we've created. Or it will do, I'll show you anyway. I'm going to go to the bottom, so why am I going so slow? Right there. So yeah, we've got that. So make sure you got these at the bottom. And again, if you go back to video 2 on the community offline mode, it will show you, yeah, I think it might be in the end of episode 1, video 1, but I'm pretty sure it was in episode 2. it will show you how you go about getting this command line to spawn loot, and what you need to do, and what you need to do with these two forward slashes. Okay, but obviously in the other video, this command line, it was actually within, it was like in the bottom of this closed bracket, but I don't need it there now because all these objects so far have got loot. Where I do need it, and when, well, I don't need it yet because all my objects have got loot, but when I create new objects, I'm going to create a new file this way. So when I spawn, well, place new objects down, I'm going to remove these two lines so it reads it, and it will read the new objects, and it will give me the buildings and location to get loot into them objects. But for now, that can go there. But just watch video 2 and you'll see about how you go about getting loot into your buildings. But yeah, just make sure this is all placed like this. That there. And we removed below, didn't we? Yeah, we removed the bloke there. So then go ahead and save. Let me just make sure this is right. Again, make sure this is case sensitive and spelled correctly. Yeah, and go ahead and save that. So again, I just want to make sure everything's right. So now we've got Bloated Coast Military, which I created beforehand, and then the one we've just done is Bloated Airfield. And then I've just got to wait 6 minutes to the server respawns. So I'm just going to cut the video here, guys, and I'll be back with you when the server's going to restart. So I'll see you in a few. Alright guys, server's about to restart in a minute, but I just wanted to quickly show you one other thing as well. You can still see we've got the bloated airfield file with the objects, so I've not fiddled anything. And if we go into the Init.c, we can see we've still got it there included, and we scroll down, we've not got the bloated objects there. So again, while I was off camera, I just want to make sure I'm not fiddling anything and showing you something that doesn't work. Scroll down, let's see, Sklisky Military, Black Market, and Small Cherno, and then we got the file there. Okay, so I've not done anything. Now, I've not tested this yet, and I want to test it. I think if you want to make it a little bit more organized too, I think you can create a folder like these. So you could create a folder and call it, I don't know, custom objects, or just, you know, just whatever you want to call it. And then when you, and then you can put these .c files inside of that custom objects folder. And then what you do is, well, this is what I'm presuming, I've not tested it yet. And what you do when you have this file path, like there, you would put, like, you know, custom object, well, I spelled it wrong, but you put custom objects and then the slashes, or I don't know if it's 1 slash or 2, but I think potentially that is possible. Just cancel it. But I think that's possible, just so you don't have loads of extra files in this bit either. You can just create one folder and put them files in the folder. So that is something I'm going to test, and if it works, I will make an update. But I just want to let you guys know that that is, I think, something potentially that you can do as well. Now, the server should have restarted because it's 12 minutes, 1 minute past 12, and the server restarts at 12. So yeah, no one on the server at the minute, so it's restarting. So let's go ahead. Now, I've got 2 monitors, and my I use the dayzOffline launcher, and that's actually on my other screen at the minute. So if I just click play on it, which you won't see because it's not recording that screen, but you will see Dayz will pop up on this screen, and we're actually going to connect to the server. Anytime now, there we go, it's slowly popping up, you can see it on the bottom right there, and there we go, there it is, it's popping up. Now, this was bloater, so if this wasn't working, the bloater objects would not be in the server, because they're not in my init, the only place they're in, yeah, bloater airfield.c, which is completely fine. Bloater airfield, yeah, that's all completely fine. No, there you go. There's my spelling mistake. Look, I got EI when it's IE. There we go. And then, yeah. Save that. There we go. Again, that's why I missed it when I was first checking, but pay extra. Let's just restart it. Let's just pay extra. You got to pay extra attention when you're naming stuff. So, now, it's going to take about 20-30 seconds for the server to, like, restart and boot up. Tell you what, let's bring the launcher over here. You can see, oh, God, come on. There we go. So, we've got the launcher over here. And, guys, if you want to come and join, it's called Live to Survive. Come and join it. It's usually around... between 5 and 10 players. The server's only been up about 2 months. I've had loads of players join, but I think because of the low player count, people just leave. But if you just stay, the player pop will soon go up. But it's I've got, like I said, between 5 and 10 players, sometimes a bit more. But everyone that is on it, all my regular players, they love the server. They just, they say it's pretty well balanced. So, yeah, the server's back up now. So let's just click play. Yeah, I know it's already on. Just re-log in. And you can see it'll join. Close. Sorry. Just got some stuff open on my other monitor. I just closed it. Here we go. Dayz, I'm still alive and it's loading up. So this will log in now. But again, it'll probably take a little bit of time to log in. Probably got some players waiting to join on the Discord. Yeah, no one said nothing. No one. It's still quite early for some people. So this now should definitely join because everything else looked correct. I should start to get, yeah, there we go. I was about to say, I should start to get the 15-second timer. Usually when you get this timer, it usually means it's working. I don't think, unless it's a crash, like the server's crashed or the internet, your internet's gone down or something. Every time I've got that timer, I've always logged into the server. Like, whatever server, not just mine, but any server. Okay, so I think I logged off at my altar trader, so I will have to teleport down to Bloater and show you. Yeah, I'm out. Sorry, just turn my headset on, I've got no sound. There we go. So, just activate my admin controls. Go down to Bloater airfield, which is like there. And yeah, I've got all my custom objects. Like, if anyone knows Bloater, let's just fly up. If anyone knows Bloater, you'll know this isn't there. That's custom. That tent that tent isn't there. This little tent and little area isn't there. These barracks isn't there. Some stuff over there and there. That little area there. That tent over there is there. Some of it's there. This little area is there as default. And then these two big buildings and tankers are there. But you can see it's got my custom objects. So the server is reading the file correctly to spawn these objects. Because if it didn't, these aren't now in my init. So it's not reading, like the init isn't reading the objects directly from the init. It's reading it from the file I created. But yeah, I hope that helps, guys. It just tidies up the server files a little bit more, makes them a bit more organised. And like I said, I'm going to test it because I'm pretty sure you can make a folder and then you put them files that you created, them .c files, into that folder, and and make the server read, make the init read from that folder. So I'll test that, and if I can get that working, I will make an update. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, peace out.